In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 features that could be added to Jupiter, Florida very soon. So if you do enjoy, drop a like and subscribe. But of course, let's get straight into it. So first off, we have motorcycles. Now, motorcycles have been added to a few roleplay games / driving games on Roblox before. They are very hard to make for a developer, but they are really awesome for a player. For example, Southwest Florida has motorcycles and they are really cool, but they are very difficult to make, as the developers have said, and I think they would be really cool to have in Jupiter, Florida. And to be honest, I think we probably will get them in Jupiter, Florida in the very near future. It's one of them things where if you think about it as I don't see why they won't add them, then that's when you kind of come to the conclusion that they probably will get added at some point in the near future, because they will be an amazing update. And everyone wants motorcycles, right? Like, no one has ever said, nah, I don't want motorcycles in Jupiter, Florida. Like, they would be really cool. Yes, they'll take a while. Yes, the developers could have been putting that time into something else, but come on, motorcycles would just be really cool to drive around in. And imagine limited ones as well. Limited motorcycles would be really cool. And of course, that would bring them more players as well, because a lot of people like motorcycles and not many games have motorcycles on Roblox. So being able to drive motorcycles and buy motorcycles and buy limited motorcycles would be really cool in Jupiter, Florida. And speaking of limited vehicles, another thing, another feature that could be added in the near future is limited boats. Limited boats would be really cool to see get added to Jupiter, Florida. Obviously, we already have boats. We've had boats since the game first released, and we can tow them with trailers as well. But imagine a limited boat. We have limited vehicles, so it's definitely possible. Over here on the store, just where they have all these car packs, imagine if there was a limited boat here as well. That would be really cool. And of course, more people would start using boats then as well, and would start spending their money on boats, because a lot of people don't know what to spend their money on. They just spend it on limited cars and then kind of forget about their limited cars. But if it was boats, then they wouldn't forget about their boats, and they definitely drive them a whole lot more. And the next thing I want to talk about is more roleplay features such as animations. So for example, in ERLC, when you get out your car, there's like an option to like put your hands up, or to like kneel or sit down or lay down or something like that. And I think that would be really cool in Jupiter, Florida. Of course, this would make the roleplay side of Jupiter, Florida much better. Yes, Jupiter, Florida is a driving and a roleplay game, but if they added roleplay animations, then it would be very good. As I said, this would bring more people to roleplay in the game as well. A lot of people just like to speed around and drive their nice cars, and that is fine. But imagine if there was more use for the police in this game, and the police team actually had roleplay tools and accessories and things like that. That would be very good. And that is literally my next point: more interactive jobs and roleplay jobs. So of course, at some point, every job, or near enough every job, I think will probably become an interactive job. Some jobs might stay non-interactive, but most jobs will become interactive, which means that you will have to actually do things to earn money. Now, as well as this, I think it would be cool to add more use to the police team. So they should add a fire team where there's fires, because then you can kind of do car rescues if there's a big car crash. But also for the police team, like, give them some handcuffs and give them something that they can actually use to roleplay on that job, because right now on the police team in Jupiter, Florida, there is no useful tools at all for anyone that plays on the police team. You can't do anything other than drive around one of 2 police cars, and that is literally it. There is nothing else you can do on that job whatsoever. And it would be really cool if there was more tools and more animations for the police team, and obviously a fire team as well. And back to my original point, more roleplay animations for civilians would mean that overall roleplay servers and people could start to roleplay a lot more, which is what a lot of people do like to do in this game. So not all of these are too crazy, and they are all reasonable. As I said, these are updates that probably could be added at some point in the near future. I don't see why they won't be, because they are trying to get as many players on the game as possible, which is every game's goal, right? So I don't see, like I said, I don't see why they won't add them. And my final point on this list is detailed interiors for convertible cars. So cars that are convertible, obviously they're better with interiors, because for example, if you take the roof off of a convertible car and there's no interior, then it will just look really stupid. And when you can't take the roof of a convertible car, and when you can't take the roof off of a convertible car, then it's kind of a useless convertible car. So it would be very useful if they did have detailed vehicles car interior on convertible cars. Obviously on normal cars that is not needed. On a car like this, for example, they don't need an interior. I mean, there's definitely not an interior here, but they don't need one. It would just cause unnecessary lag, cost the developers a lot of money and time to get made. So let me know what updates you really want to be added to Jupiter, Florida in the comments below. But thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you did enjoy it. If you did, like and subscribe and turn on notifications, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.